Hello and welcome. This is your instructor for Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Internship program organized by Algorithmic Electronics. So I would like to explain you the structure of this internship. So I would like to start with the duration of this internship. The duration of this internship is 1 year, which is divided in 4 months of training and 8 months of project work. So initially we'll cover 12 different training modules in 4 months, and after that in next 8 months you will have to work on the projects and you will have to utilize your training knowledge to implement the different projects in different domains. The mode of this internship is online plus offline, and you can consider this as a part-time opportunity as well as you can consider this as a full-time opportunity. So first 4 months, which is dedicated for training, is purely online live classes, but for the next 8 months you can consider this as a part-time or full-time opportunity, and you can come to the office and you can implement projects. The stipend for this internship is 3k to 7k per project you complete. So whatever projects you will complete, you will be given stipend in the range of 3k to 7k depending upon the complexity of the project. The training fees are 5,000. Out of that, 500 rupees you will have to pay during the registration, and remaining 4.5k after attending first 5 training sessions. So that means the internship will start from 19th July 2021, and after attending first 5 training sessions you will have to pay remaining 4.5k. So we'll also provide certifications. As soon as you will confirm your internship, you will get the internship offer letter, and at the end you will get internship completion letter. So now we'll discuss about the training sessions or the training modules which we're going to cover in the first 4 months. So module 1 is basic Python programming. Here we'll consider that you don't know anything about the Python, or we'll consider you have basic knowledge of Python, and we'll start from that. So we'll start right from the installation of Python software and the tools which are required to implement the machine learning algorithms or the Python programming. We'll discuss about the syntax, variables, data structures, decision control statements, looping structures, data structures in Python, functions, file handling in Python, error handling in Python, and so on. Module 2 is advanced Python programming. So here we'll discuss object-oriented programming such as classes, object, Python inheritance. Such concepts we are going to discuss in this particular module. Also we'll talk about database integration with the Python. So basically we're talking about the SQL database, which we are going to cover in this session or in this section. Secondly, we'll discuss about sending email and text SMS through Python. For that we are going to use some API services. The next module is Numpy, which is used, this is the library of Python which is used for array operations or array manipulations. So it is a very powerful library in order to deal with the arrays. So there are different things that we can do with this library, like array filtering, searching, sorting, and so on. So that we'll discuss in more detail in this particular module. The next is pandas library, which is used for data pre-processing. So as you know, for machine learning you need a data or data sets in order to train the models. So we can pre-process that data, we can clean that data, even we can plot that data using the pandas library. Next is matplotlib. This is one of the powerful Python library which is used for data visualization or the graphical representation of data. So whatever data we'll obtain, we'll pre-process that data and we can visualize that data graphically using matplotlib library. So here we can consider some bar graphs, histogram charts or the pie charts, line graphs, and we're going to discuss pyplot submodule from this matplotlib library. Next is machine learning. So after obtaining data set, pre-processing, and after data visualization, we'll discuss machine learning in detail. So here we are going to discuss about what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, and what are the applications of machine learning. Also we'll talk about the life cycle of machine learning, how we can pre-process the data set, and we'll try to classify machine learning in 2 different categories, like supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. So we'll understand differences between supervised and unsupervised machine learning. We'll also discuss about the classification and regression problem statements which can be solved using supervised machine learning. So these are some regression algorithms that we can use, such as logistic regression, polynomial regression, simple linear regression, or the multiple linear regression. And these are some classification algorithms which can be solved using supervised machine learning. So this is KNN classifiers, support vector classifiers, and so on. These are some names of classifiers. And this diagram represents the supervised machine learning. So in case of supervised machine learning, you will have a labeled data set. In this picture, you can see these apples and bananas are labeled by the label apple and banana. So this is data set which is used to train the machine learning model, and this can be pre-processed by using suitable libraries. So after training the machine learning model, unseen object or any another unlabeled data or object can be given to this model, and now the job of this machine learning model or the algorithm is to predict the accurate label or the class for this particular object. So now here it can predict banana as a prediction. So this is supervised machine learning, and these are some algorithms which we are going to consider in module 7 and module 8. In module 9, we'll talk about unsupervised machine learning, which is quite different than the supervised machine learning. So in case of supervised machine learning, we have seen that we have the label data, but in case of unsupervised machine learning, here the data set is not labeled. So you can see here these apples and watermelons are mixed, but there is no label. So here job of this machine learning algorithm is to find out the labels, or the job is to form the clusters. So here you can see this is one cluster, this can be labeled as apple or the cluster 1, and this is another cluster which can be labeled as watermelon or the cluster 2. So here we are going to discuss clustering, different clustering algorithms in detail in module 9. So we'll talk about unsupervised machine learning and the clustering algorithms. The module 10 is natural language processing. So here you can consider some projects like making a chatbot for any college inquiry or for particular application. So basically natural language is nothing but we are going to teach computer the human language like English, Hindi. So we are going to develop some algorithms which will help the computer to understand the natural languages, and the computer will extract meaning from our natural languages. So for that, the natural language processing technology is used, and these are some topics that we'll cover under this module. Next is computer vision. So whenever I'll say computer vision, I'm talking about image classification or the image recognition problem statement. For example, face recognition or the classification of fruits for its quality, or identification of different fruits, or even the identification of the objects in the real-time video. So for that, the convolutional neural networks we are going to use, and which is one of the most popular and the powerful algorithm for image classification and image recognition problem statements. We'll also discuss different architectures of convolutional neural networks. We'll talk about the transfer learning, and we'll also discuss programming-less platform for computer vision, which is nothing but teachable machine. In the next module, which is module number 12, we'll discuss web application development using Python. For that, we're going to use Flask framework. So whatever machine learning projects you are going to make in this internship or in the next 8 months after the training, you will design a web application or the web GUI or user interface for that, and that you will do using Flask framework. And these are some topics that we are going to cover under the web application development. So we'll talk about the routing variable rules, HTTP methods, how to deal with the HTML document, CSS files and images. Also we'll discuss about how we can upload image to our website using some APIs, and also we'll discuss about how to host our website on the cloud so that it will be available globally. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in the first 4 months of training, and in the next 8 months you will be working on different projects. Some projects will be on the computer vision, some may be on the NLP, some may be on supervised learning, and some may be on unsupervised machine learning. So I'll try to explain you what kind of projects we are going to do, or I'll just show you some sample projects so that you will get an idea what kind of projects we are going to implement as a part of this internship. So I am running projects on some another computer, so I'm going to access it by the IP address of my server. So this is the first project. Now it's loading. It is the brain tumor detection. So now this is just a sample project. Similar kind of projects you will have to make. Now this is the web application or the website that I was talking in the module 12, where I have discussed web application development. So this particular model is based on the CNN architecture, and it is capable of detecting brain tumors from the CT scan or MRI images. So this is trained on the CNN architecture. So here you can click on the detect brain tumor, and you have to upload the file. So let's say I will upload this one, and as soon as you will upload, the image will be here. And now you have to give the name of the patient, so I'm giving this name, and it will predict the result whether the CT scan is normal or abnormal. So now let's try for the another image. Now this is having the tumor. Again, I'll give some patient's name and I'll test. So this is the CT scan with the brain tumor. So this is how this is the computer vision, actually the computer vision based application, which is brain tumor detection using the machine learning or the deep learning. So similar kind of projects and similar kind of user interface. Of course the user interface will change as per your design, but similar kind of things you can design in the internship projects. Not exactly same, but similar kind of projects you can consider. Now let me open one more project. Actually, I'm running projects on some another computer and accessing that using the IP address of that computer. You can even open your projects in mobile application, or in mobile, or in Android phone, or as well as in the iOS phone, as we are hosting it on the local host. So this is another project, the chronic kidney disease detection using machine learning. So here this is the home page, and on the check parameters tab, here you can provide some different parameters related to the kidney health. Basically this is the parameter, or these are some parameters which can be obtained from the urine test of that particular patient. So here I am putting some random values in order to show you how it will work, but actually you can put up some values from the actual urine test report of that particular patient, and you can verify the algorithm. So here supervised machine learning is used. So we have the data set for this chronic kidney disease, and so many entries we are having, more than 10,000 entries of different patient we are having, and we are training our model. We are using random forest classifier to train this model, and finally we are predicting the results. So once we predict, so I'll get this results. Sometimes I'll get the normal kidney, or sometimes I'll get the chronic kidney disease detected. And secondly, we'll also diagnose this thing using the ultrasound. So I can upload some images, or the kidney ultrasound images. So let's say I upload this one, and let's test this one. So this is a normal kidney ultrasound. So let's check for the another ultrasound. So this is another ultrasound image, and let's test for it. So this time it is showing abnormal kidney ultrasound. So this is how they basically this is also done using the CNN, and the previous the parameter testing was done using the supervised machine learning algorithm. So similar kind of things you can do for the biomedical diagnosis. This time we are doing this is for kidney health. You can try this for the heart related problems, or even you can try this for brain tumor or for the lung cancer, or you can even predict COVID from the CT scans of the chest, or even the X-ray images of the lungs or the chest. Okay, so one more project I'll show you. Now this is stock price prediction. Again, it is based on the regression analysis. So I'll run on the another computer. Again, I'll hit the same IP address, which is the IP address of my server. So this will load. So sometimes you can use the user registration also, login and the registration pages also in your website. Now this is the home page, and this is capable of predicting the stock price using the historic data as well as from the Twitter sentiment analysis. So I'll explain how it can predict from this. So here you have to provide the name of the stock which you have to predict for its price. So I'm using HDFC Bank, and as it is Indian stock, so you will apply .ns after the name of that stock, and the start date for the historic data you will provide over here. So I'm mentioning 2020 July 1, and the end date I'll provide 2021 July 9, and then I'll predict the price of this particular stock. So now basically what it will do, it will fetch the stock information or the historic data for this 1 year from 2020 to 2021 from Yahoo Finance. For that purpose we are using Y Finance API, and it will do ARIMA modeling for that regression analysis, and it will predict the future value of that stock. So this is the current price of the stock, and this is the price predicted for the next day using the ARIMA modeling or the regression analysis, and this is the graph which represents the stock price over the time. So another project I would like to show you, which is actually based on the NLP algorithms. This is the chatbot basically, and I will run that. So this is basically a chatbot designed for a college inquiry. So you can ask some questions to that bot. So again I'm going to hit the same URL. So this is the chatbot for the college inquiry, and now you can ask some. This is home page actually, and you can ask the questions. Initially you have to submit your name, and once you submit, now the chatbot will be activated, and it will ask you have to ask some questions. So you can say hi, and then you can ask some questions as well. For example, how many courses do you offer, something like that, and it will reply with this. Even you can ask some questions like let's say scholarships, something like this, and now it is replying these things. So here again we'll be having our data set, and we are going to train our chatbot on that data set, on the questions and answers, and then we can ask different questions, different variations of the questions, and we can test our chatbot. And again, if you want to give feedback, then you can actually give feedback from here, and you can just type this is my feedback. Just I'm giving dummy feedback. Just give 2 ratings for example, and the rate. So now it will submit the feedback, and the users list, so how many users have logged into our website, their contact details will be collected over here in the feedback section. You can give feedback here, or you can also give feedback on this page, and you can view feedbacks. So this is the feedbacks over the time, this is rating 2, and the feedbacks will be available over here. So the moral of the story, similar kind of projects you will work on during this internship. Not exactly same project, but you can consider this kind of things you will have to make during the 8 months of project work. And necessary training and the guidance will be provided in the first 4 months, and also our support will continue in the next 8 months whenever you are working on the projects. And for I hope I have cleared all the doubts and queries regarding this internship. And if you are still having any queries or doubts, you can communicate with us, or you can contact us on these numbers. To join the internship, please click the link in the description. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the internship program. Thank you.